welcome back to Pints with Pals. I'm your host, Jeremy, and your other host this evening is Mike. Say hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, this evening we have the privilege of trying the Highland Lounge Juice Tropical DIPA, or double IPA. My camera's not focusing this evening. Yours is doing a really good job. This comes in
Highland
Brewing 9.7% ABV, and that's all I got. I didn't get no IBUs on this, so I'm going to be kind of curious. It says tropical, so I'm hoping for like guava, passion fruit,
Smells
stuff
good.
like that. So here we go.
So this is Highland Brewing, which is out of Asheville.
Yep, Nashville, North Carolina. Not affected by.
Ooh.
Well, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, that's definitely not a.
So, it's not a hazy boy.
Hazy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got.
See me.
Yeah, yours was clearer. Well, maybe not. I guess you can see me in mine. Yours looks clearer than mine. Might be the glass. But it smells a little bit citrus. So full disclosure, this one is almost exactly a year old. It was 4/23/24. We're recording this episode a little bit before that, but
airtime and all,
yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? It's not too far off from that Kool-Aid one we had from Voodoo Ranger. Ew, David. Yes. Not a huge. Hey, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't even know what flavors that is. Mr. Bubble?
Tropical Punch. It's like the Tropical Punch.
Yeah, like the Voodoo Ranger, but also getting like. Did you ever take bubble baths like with Mr. Bubbles?
It does smell like it smells like soap. It smells like.
Make sure I say Mr. Bubbles soap, so I don't want nobody thinking we're talking about something naughty.
Do you want to hear a clean joke? A boy took a bath with Bubbles. You want to hear a dirty joke? Bubbles was the girl next door.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I believe you use that sound effect somewhere. Yeah, I'm not liking this. It's gonna be a very long episode.
No, it's got it's not as fake fruit flavors as the other one, and it could be that this has gone off, but it's not sour, and it doesn't taste off in a like specifically like tainted kind of way, or maybe it could have gone like off as far as like the flavors meld together too much and now it just kind of tastes like blah. But the basic flavors you're getting, it hits like the front of your palate, like the front of your tongue, and then it's just like it's kind of like a overload. So it's like, here's all these flavors, and you're like, none of them really stand out all that well, and it doesn't finish with any kind of good flavor. And then the smell, like I said, it's like, yeah, like it's a soapy smell.
I guess passion fruit? I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out what kind of tropical fruits they are.
Just say some weird ones like guava or starfruit and
kumquats.
Yeah, so what's I get
a kumquat in this.
Yeah, the flavor that's those black and white, those black or white with black spots, like dragon fruit or something.
Dragon fruit. Well, dragon fruit don't have much of a flavor though. It's very bland.
Yeah, I was hoping for more with this. I like Highland Brewing, and most of their stuff has been pretty decent thus far.
No, I agree. Kind of curious what
the IBUs on their website say it's at 25. So they're using Citra and Azarcica. I don't know. AZACCA. I'm like, all right, and then the 2-row. So it's like they're saying it's sweet pineapple, passion fruit, mango, natural flavoring. Natural flavoring. That's what I'm tasting. It's the natural flavoring.
It's all naturals. All naturals. I don't get pineapple. Don't get I
feel like I
guess
smell
Citra.
pineapple.
Maybe
it's. I smell it's starting to smell a little bit more fake, and you hit it right on the head when you said it tasted like that fruit punch. That fruit punch.
It's really close to that one. Voodoo Ranger, yeah.
It was.
It's really close to it.
I feel like this is better than that, but not by much.
I agree, but I'm gonna go right to ratings. 2.25. That's about as high as I'm going with it.
I was gonna go flat 2.
You go flat 2.
I was actually gonna go lower than a 2, but I haven't gone lower than a 2 for anything. And
if it's lower than 2, I think that'd be the episode we was like, we just dumped it. Sorry, guys. But I did look up like what other people gave it. So Untapped, which I think is it's such a weird site anyways, but Untapped gave it like a 3.6, which I don't know what those people are smoking. And then on Beer Advocate, they gave it like a solid 3 basically. And I felt like that was also pretty high, but does it say how many people voted for it? Does not. Because it only has 5 reviews and 8 ratings. Yeah, so 8 people were rated this on a Beer Advocate. So
it's not. It must not be a very popular beer. It's surprising. I don't think so. No. Available year round. I wonder if it's just the stuff that gets sent in their like variety pack. You know what I mean?
I've never seen a 6-pack of this.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like cool. So like you just throw this in because like you really messed up one of your batches and you're like, well, what can we do? Hey, let's add all these flavorings to cover up all the non IPA flavors because it doesn't have the. So I get a little bit confused by like who the target audience is of a 9.7% beer. It's kind of like those beer hugs that we were drinking. It's like, why would you sell like a 22-ounce can or a 20-ounce can in this thing of it? It's like, do you want college people to like grab it? Yeah, and like drive home with it? Like, what is the marketing here?
What I would assume be college students is kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, but this is a bad.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, this is a bad try for a college student kind of beer. So, I guess what would you do or try and do differently in this? Like try and pull out some of those unnatural flavors. Would you?
Well, I don't know if I would target like a double IPA. First off,
yeah, I don't think
that's just not a style I really care for much at all. Like I've tried other people's like double whatever, and just not a big fan. I mean, I would definitely I like the combinations of fruits they talk about on their site with the passion fruit, the pineapple, the orange. It could be the artificial flavorings because Lord knows what that is.
Like non-fermentable sugars.
Yeah, but it could be like different extracts they used. It could be whatever, right? There's just natural flavoring. That can be anything. Like you don't have to say what it is. That's why we have it on packages. We eat it. But what would I do differently? I would probably get rid of that. I would definitely not make it as strong because it's still pretty hot. I feel the alcohol. It's hot.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little bit of a turnoff too. Again, for tropical, what was that yeast that I brought up before? That was for tropical. There's one that's called like Imperial Yeast A04 Barbarian, but there was another one that really targets like really good tropical notes. I'm running, or maybe you talked about it even. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through our old episodes to see if I can find any of the. I think it might be season 3.
I would probably add in some because again, I love mosaic hops because you get that little bit of like blueberry flavor into it. But I mean, again, that's not really a tropical flavor. Maybe more citra hops into it because more citrus notes. El Dorado will give you more citrusy as well too.
So, what's giving him the pineapple flavor? Is there one of the like Citra or whatever the
so I messed up. So El Dorado would definitely give you pineapple flavor. Yeah, the AZ. How do you spell that one again?
AZACCA. AZACCA.
So that one has. Oh no, you're fine. I already got pulled up.
I know. I like had it highlighted. I could just like right click and said search in Google. I'm like, nah, I'll make sure we do it. I'll spell it 7 times for the audience. This is great content.
Sweet fruit and citrus would be like the biggest ones you'd probably get. So that's probably why it has a little bit of like lingering sweet. Because it is kind of sweet too, right?
Right. Well, that's what I'm wondering if like natural flavors, like if they added like sucralose or any of those other like agaves and stuff like that to like try and like tie it in. But I don't smell or taste any of that really. Like the other one, I definitely did.
Yeah, so I'd probably do Citra and the El Dorado myself. Get more of a tropical flavor out of it. Because I think even El Dorado has hints of mango too, which sounds phenomenal to me. I love mango anyway, so.
I'm not a huge fan of mango for some reason. It's just like a maybe it's a texture thing, so maybe I like the flavor because it's like I don't
It is. It's slimy, right?
Yeah, pear juice, but I won't eat pears because it's like eating apples but dipped in sand.
But some pears, yes, I agree with that. Some pears are definitely that way.
Apple flavored
sand. I don't really have a recipe for this one. I actually found one. I was just going to kind of read off. And then of course now I lost it. It's actually called a mango double IPA. So which I think is interesting. They're using a lot of mosaic hops in it. So what this gentleman did, he's using half of his build is basically 4 pounds of Mare's Otters and then 4 pounds of Pilsner. So that's like the bulk of his grain build, and he uses like 1 pound of wheat malt, which will give you like your body and kind of like a thickness to it a little bit. Then a pound of crystal malt, and then about 14 ounces of red wheat, which I've used in my saison that I put into the barrel share, which I'll never get the taste by itself. And then to dry it out, he ends up using like 8 ounces of corn sugar to make it more dry. And then he has a lot of hops. So I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces of hops. And the bulk of that is mosaic. So it was like 1 ounce of mosaic at 30-minute boil. It was 2 ounces of Amarillo. 3/4 of an ounce of mosaic at 15. 1 1/4 ounce of mosaic at about 5 minutes left in the boil. And then for for hop stand, he doesn't do any dry hopping. For hop stand, he adds in almost 2 ounces of Amarillo and ½ ounce of mosaic for 20 minutes at 168 degrees. Like to me, I think I would like to try it. Like I said, you're going to get that blueberry mango flavor for sure. That might be pretty good. This is not good. I feel bad because I'm trying. I don't think I've ever trashed on a beer this bad before, but this is not.
Yeah. And if you guys are out there and you've had it and you think it's good, I would be willing to try it again. If you've had it, and well, if you don't like Fruit Force, because if you like Fruit Force, then your taste buds are different than mine. Obviously, I don't love IPAs to begin with, but tropical IPAs are good. Even high ABV tropical IPAs can be good, like the Beer Hug from
I'm trying to play. I can see the can.
Yeah. I think it's
Beer Hug.
Yeah, who cares? That one's good, and that one's a high ABV, but it doesn't taste fake. So like I think that I've kind of noticed this from my perspective anyway, is if you try and flavor it too much, you end up kind of causing the adverse. You get too much confusion. Like that's what basically my mouth was like, what the hell am I drinking? Like this is
yeah. Well, I can see that. Yep.
I can't pull out any particular flavors. It's just all at once. It'd be like eating the entire bag of Starburst at the same time. Like just like, okay, well, it tastes like Starburst candy, but not any one like
just
specific flavor.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, it's
a bummer. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just targeted for just a super group. I mean, it could have been like an experimental beer too, right? Let's just put it out there. Let's see if it sells. And
it looks like their web page looks like it's available. Well, I don't know. There's an availability chart on it, and it's just purple from the whole thing. So I don't know if it's like if it's all year round or never, because when the entire thing is filled and you don't know when when it is,
yeah, that's true.
it's a very awkward.
Does purple mean all the time, never, or is it sort of like
Right.
there's no
Appendix.
What is that called? Appendix?
Key?
No, that's not what I'm looking for. There you go.
Key?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, well, it sucks, but it's a little bit of a short episode. Sorry about that, guys. Again, let us know if you've tried it and like it. I'd be willing to try it again if we get enough people. If we get at least 5 likes in this video, I'll try it again.
Right. Well, I would also like to see if they have something they would think that's better than this that we haven't tried yet. That'd be kind of interesting. Something that's pretty, readily available for all of us to get. That'd be kind of interesting to see too.
Yeah. I think that if we can get Jason to start grabbing like the 12 pack of varieties from Pittsburgh to see if they're just like to do, because we've done a lot of Michigan 12 packs of variety cans, and it works out kind of perfectly because then we can get each one of us one can, and then we don't get stuck with like 3 of the gross ones or whatever. And then do like a all Pittsburgh season or something like that. So I would like to see that. And if you have a brewery that's near you or whatever, let us know, and then we'll see if we can try and pick some of that stuff up too.
Yeah, for sure.
The beer industry is dying, so if you want to start home brewing, it's getting harder and harder to do it on the cheap. So you'll probably be able to find other people's stuff that you can just buy
for cheap.
Yeah.
Well, that being said,
don't forget to have a pint with your pals.
Please drink responsibly. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord. Tell us what you're drinking and what you want us to drink next. Until then, everybody, cheers.
Cheers.